everybody. Thanks so much for joining us right here for Lara Trump, Wanted for Questioning. Got a great show with your questions, but before we get to those, I want to tell you about one of our sponsors, ReadyWise. As a busy mom, I know the importance of being prepared. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable, whether it's sudden storms, power outages, or other unpredictable events in life. Being prepared with ReadyWise emergency food gives you peace of mind knowing you'll have delicious, nutritious meals on hand. They're also great on camping trips and hiking adventures. ReadyWise has a huge selection of freeze-dried meals from breakfast to pasta dishes. You can rest assured your food will be good to eat when you need it with their 25-year shelf life. ReadyWise is an American company providing high-quality, delicious food packed at their state-of-the-art plant right here in the USA. That means you're supporting American jobs when you choose ReadyWise. All right, let's get to these questions. Here we go. All right, here's our first question. Would you consider having conservative teen girls on your show to chat with you and other female conservative leaders? It would make for very interesting conversation. This is a great idea. Absolutely. Listen, I just want more information out there to people. And it is an interesting time to get the perspective of a younger generation in this country, because an interesting thing has been happening. Have you looked at the polls lately? Have you noticed the direction that younger people, younger voters are trending? Have you noticed where they're coming? They're coming to the Republican Party. They're coming over to vote for Donald Trump. In fact, if an election were held today, right now, between Donald Trump and Joe Biden with 18 to 24-year-olds, Donald Trump would win. So hopefully the younger generation of Americans is getting the idea that what they've been sold so far by the mainstream media and by Hollywood and the music industry, maybe that's not all true. Maybe they need to go do some of their own research, and I think they are. And I think what's interesting is that when you talk to younger people, where they get their information is very different than where I might get my information or you might get your information a lot of times. The older generations tend to go straight to television, a newspaper, an online newspaper of sorts. And those are the traditional mainstream media outlets. But the young kids, I mean, I hate to say it, they're getting half of 18 to 24-year-olds, or I think 18 to 30-year-olds are getting their news from TikTok. Yeah, that's right. I would love to talk to them. And I always want to hear what concerns are or what people are thinking about right now in a space where I might not have much experience or much knowledge. My kids are very young, 4 and 6 years old. I know my son says that I'm 20 in his Mother's Day thing that he brought back from school. I, in fact, am not 20. I'm slightly older than that. So that area I love to learn more about. And yes, I would love to hear from them. So I don't know. I don't know how we find these young conservative girls. Maybe Charlie Kirk, Turning Point. You guys could help out with that. We'll let you know. Tune back in. Okay, next question. What was your favorite class in school and why? Oh, I'm kind of a dork. Yeah, I was honestly, the one I enjoyed the most was history. I loved learning about history, and I still do. It's why if you look at probably the things I have downloaded on my phone for when I get caught on a long flight or there's a delay or something and I need something to have ready to entertain me, it's probably some historical accounting, whether it's a documentary or something of the sort. I mean, let me tell you, one of my favorites was the World War II From the Front Lines that was recently out. Love that. I find it so fascinating to learn how our world operated from thousands of years ago. I loved learning about ancient Egyptian history. I loved learning about European history, American history. It's amazing the things that have happened in our world and that these people lived through it. I loved that. I also, don't kid yourself, loved art. Yeah, I'm definitely a right brain person. I like languages and artistic stuff. And anytime you're going to give me something to paint, draw, color, all of that, absolutely, I'm there for it. So I also like PE. I know, because y'all know, I'm one of those. I like working out. I like all that stuff, and I always have, because I was always probably better than some of the other girls at whatever we were playing. Kickball, don't put me in a kickball game because watch out. I'm not there to play. I'm there to win. Beach volleyball, not that that was something we did in school, beach volleyball. That was an after school activity, summer activity. I got down. Yeah. And I loved it. And I would love to do more of that. But if we're talking about just the traditional classes, history, side note, the one I disliked, the one I liked the least, math. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a left brain. That's a left brain thing. And it was not my fave. So anyway, I'll be interested to see what my kids get into. Right now, my son is very good at math, but he's also very good at reading. And he's in kindergarten. So that bodes well. We'll report back on that one. Okay. All right. I hate to interrupt the show, but I want to share a new company with you called Googie Pet. Googie Pet is a total game changer for dogs. Pet owners care deeply about our pets because they're part of our family. I've introduced my dogs to Googie Pet all natural vitamin chews, and the transformation has been incredible. Big brands often put profits before our pet's health, but Googie Pet is different. It started with 3 dog-loving brothers on a mission. Partnering with a PhD animal nutritionist, they created Googie Pet, a family-owned business that's bringing us dog vitamin chews that are made in the USA and where every ingredient has a purpose to improve the health and happiness of our dogs. The Googie Pet 10-in-1 multivitamin chews not only improve their joint flexibility, energy levels, and gut health, but also make their coats softer and shinier than ever. Googie Pet's hemp calming chews naturally ease their anxiety, making them calmer, happier, and healthier. I'm so passionate about improving the health of dogs like mine that I've secured a special 40% discount offer for you. Go to googiepet.com/Lara Trump, and this will redirect you to buy on Amazon. Use code Lara Trump at checkout for 40% off. That's googiepet.com/Lara Trump and use code Lara Trump at checkout. You might have heard Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their big box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been part of cancel culture, so they want to pass the savings directly on to you by having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just a one-product company, but with the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out their $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels, you guessed it, just $25. For the first time ever, the premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, just $25. Orders over $75 will receive free shipping. This amazing offer won't last long. Go to mypillow.com and use promo code Trump or call 800-624-3945 today. Next question. Why did I see on Twitter X that you fired 25 of your staff? I'm glad somebody brought this up. I've been meaning to address this. Ready for it? Because it's complete hogwash and garbage. That's why. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't know who these people are. Literally out of thin air. I saw this too, and I got questions about it from actual legitimate publications and press outlets over the weekend. Can you even imagine this? First of all, let's start with the fact, just the number, 25 of my staff. Are you guys kidding me? You think I have 25 staff? Really? Let me tell you, I have working with me 3 people. 2 of those people have other jobs within the RNC. So I don't need a lot. And I also want to ensure that every dollar we raise at the RNC and Trump campaign actually goes to the cause at hand, not to paying a bunch of staff. Are you kidding me? If you ever thought I had 25 staff, you need to check yourself real quick. No, nobody's quit. There is no truth to any of that. And anyone pushing that, bless your heart out there, because y'all are trying real hard. And I love that for you, but you're going to have to try harder than that. No, because it's just garbage. But that's what they do. That's what I need people to understand. I will go back to one of my favorite teachers and her saying, Miss Blevernick, 7th grade, believe none of what you hear, half of what you read, and only what you're there to witness firsthand. That story is straight, hot garbage. Nothing true about it. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for asking, though. Appreciate it. Okay, next question. Can Trump please do something about daycare costs when reelected? Ugh, we're paying $2,200 a month for daycare for our 2 kids. I hear this from a lot of people, by the way. And it's so crazy because what ends up happening is one of the 2 parents has to end up staying home because they're like, well, I'm just going to work literally to pay for the daycare costs to put our kids in daycare. And that you can't save money. You'd rather, I guess, be with your kids, right? Why wouldn't you? And it's a shame. Remember when Donald Trump doubled the child tax credit? Remember paid family leave with Donald Trump? Remember the things that he did for working families out there? Remember when life was affordable for people? Could you imagine? The problem is costs are going up everywhere because we have an incompetent leader, and I put that in air quotes, at the top. Whenever you have to pay 30% more every time you go to the grocery store, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your bottom line. You have restaurants out there who are seeing a lot less patrons coming in because they've had to raise their prices, and it is unaffordable for a lot of people to go out to eat these days. It's a terrible thing to see. Nobody wants to work these days, so you have to pay somebody extra money because guess what? The cost of living has gone up. So yeah, whenever you're hiring somebody to work in a daycare, you're going to have to be paying them more. Just raise the minimum wage. Keep raising prices on everything. Just print more money, right? Joe Biden, is that what we should do? Drain our strategic petroleum reserves, print more money. What a disaster we are in for if we continue down this path. Inflation will only get worse. It will only hurt people more. It'll only become less affordable to live in the United States of America, no matter where you are. So yes, Donald Trump can do something about that. He can give people their lives back. He can give you more of your money back. Joe Biden is going to let the tax cuts just expire next year, he said, that Donald Trump gave us all. Largest tax cuts in American history given to you by Donald Trump. Joe Biden going the opposite way. Let him the sunset close on those. Doesn't care. It is a shame because we should be doing far better as a country. And because we have people who don't understand what they're doing, or maybe are purposely trying to hurt all of us. I can't tell sometimes the difference. Everyone's life is a lot worse and people are suffering. So I'm sorry you're going through that. Rest assured, help is on the way. We're less than 6 months from, I think everybody can see, the most critical election in history. But on top of that, we then will have a couple of months of transition. And then when Donald Trump is back in, he probably, I'm going to guess, his first 2 orders of business, give us back our energy independence and close the border. So let's hope that we get there sooner rather than later. Let's hope we survive, quite frankly. Okay. Final question. Would you ever consider being in office in Texas like governor? Oh, well, thank you very much. I've never lived in Texas, although I have a lot of friends who live there or have lived there at certain times and they love it. I feel like Texas is its own thing down there. Y'all just, it just vibes differently down there. I don't know what goes on in Texas. People are Texans, I feel like a lot of times, first thing you hear about them from Texas. So I love that. I love that kind of enthusiasm. We need more of that. We need more of that energy as a whole in this country. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy right now in the state of Florida. I would say, I hate to say it, but I don't. Very happy here. Got a good thing going here. Good weather, good happy people here, good school situation. So you'd be hard pressed to fully convince me. That said, I never say never anymore because people used to say Donald Trump will never become president. I'm looking at a lot of the folks in the mainstream media out there. P.S. Just side note, if you ever want to really enjoy yourself and you want to hype yourself up for the election season we're heading into, go back and watch those videos of all the folks in the mainstream media. Barack Obama, George Clooney, Hillary Clinton, get them all. They're all in there. And they're saying Donald Trump will never be president. Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. And then the news reports of Donald Trump wins Ohio, Donald Trump wins Florida, Donald Trump wins North Carolina. Just get ready because you'll get yourself hyped up. And that's what I want everybody doing between now and the first day of early voting in September. And we need that energy to take us all the way through to November 5th. So go back and watch those if you need a little pick-me-up from time to time. Not saying whether I do or not, I do. They're amazing, those videos. I love those. So I would never say never as to potentially doing something, living in Texas, running for office in Texas. Crazier things have happened in the Trump family. All right, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Thank you. Good questions today. Send us more posts under this episode. Go to any of our social media and you can post. Like, subscribe, share, and follow. And we'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.